Okay, I'm going to give you a little heads up on our fishing trip we took yesterday morning, Saturday morning, in Lancaster, South Carolina. Our initial plans were to go to a pay pond in Lancaster on Zion Road. A man named Don Gowan has a pay pond over there. He charges $5 a head for each person and $2 a pound for the fish if you keep them. The only problem was he wasn't going to be there until 9 o'clock. So we had to go do something else until 9 o'clock, and I wasn't willing to sit around until 9 waiting on him. So we went to New Cut Circle, a pond I've fished before, little farm pond. There's quite a few large bass in that pond. I've caught probably the biggest fish I ever caught in my life out of that pond, 10-pound bass. I caught about a 3 or 4 pound bass in there. Preston caught like 8 small brim. And then about a little bit before 9, we decided to go over to Zion Road to the other pay pond. So we left there and went to the pay pond, and we met with Don Gowan, and he let us in the gate there and basically kidnapped us for several hours. We could not get out of the gate until he come back. He is bound and determined he's not going to let anybody come and go from that pond because he wants to make sure that you pay for the fish if you keep them. So he basically falsely imprisoned us or kidnapped us, whatever you want to call it, for several hours. We caught a few bass here and there and brim. Then we decided to skip over to what he calls his catfish pond and fish in that, and that's where we did the majority of the damage on the fish, is in the catfish pond. A lot of bass biting, small bass. I think I caught 2 pretty nice sized bluegill. We had a good time, but I don't think we'll be going back. I'm not real crazy about getting locked in a gate for several hours, and I know good and well Preston ain't crazy about it. He won't be going back for sure. So we did have a good time. We didn't get arrested, but we did get kidnapped for several hours. So I hope you enjoy the video, and thank you for watching. Good morning. It's about 6:34 in the morning. We're going to try fishing this pond right here. It's a little farm pond. Real small pond. There's some big bass in this pond. Myself and Preston. We're going to see if we can catch some big bass out of here, and then we're going to try to move on to another spot where there's some big brim at another location in Lancaster. We're in Lancaster off a New Cut Road, and we're going to see what we can do with these bass. Stay tuned. Look at there, boy. I don't think it's recording. Look at that boy right there. Wow. He wasn't coming off, that's for sure. That's a nice little boy, ain't it? I need to get this hook out of it. I'm gonna have to get a pair of pliers or something. Preston done caught another brim. He says this one's a good size one. All right, we've changed locations. We're on Don Gowan's land on Zion Road. Supposed to be some big bass in here, and I know there's some big brim in here because I caught about a 2-pounder one time in here. He feeds these fish all the time, so we're gonna see what we can do here. Wind's blowing really hard. What's the temperature, Preston? Do you know? Huh? 44 degrees. 44 degrees and the wind's blowing pretty hard. I'm fishing with a Wacky Cinco. Might have to drop anchor, this wind blowing so hard. Pretty decent one. He ain't bad. He a pound. Maybe. Some pretty fish in here, ain't there? I didn't even know I had him. He was running and I didn't even know it. He's got like iridescent colors to him. Hold on, Fred. Pretty little bass in this pond, ain't there? He ain't huge, but he's on there. Wacky Cinco. Oh Lord. Not bad. I need a pair of pliers for this one. Where'd I put the pliers at? There they are. There we go. One in the boat. We skipped on over from this pond to this pond. And man, we getting the bites now. I've had one nail me twice and I wasn't ready. Wasn't actually getting much action over there, but I tell you what, here they're biting. This is supposed to be a catfish pond. If you didn't feel that hook, you might hit again. He felt like a good one. I don't know if he felt that hook or not. We'll see.
Fishing rod, small one with a small hook. Here, come up.
Don't want no little brim.
I know. I'm just saying, 'cause you can see all the brim swimming around. I know there's brim in this pond. Gotta be. If there's babies, there's gotta be big ones, right?
I had a bass hit me twice right in here, boy. He tore me up, but I wasn't ready neither time. I was fiddle farting around with this camera. spit that worm out. He wasn't very big. I let him have too much slack. He spit it out. I'm telling you, they ain't getting good hook sets for some reason. I'm railing on them. Got your little bass on the rubber worm, didn't you? That's about 1 minute after I hooked that last one and didn't get him in. Not quality, but it's a bass. Got him one on the other side of the pond. Don't look terribly big, but I think he's happy he finally caught one. How big is it? How big? Not big. They like the worms. He's a decent little fish. There you go. You're a pretty little bass, ain't they? You get the hook out of them already? They're definitely biting better over here than they are over there. There's another one. Preston killing the bass with that rubber worm. He's a dink. He'll work. He picked it up off the bottom. I thought it was a catfish. Come on. Tell you what, that's some good little hooks there. I thought I seen something fiddling with it. I tell you what, he's hooked in a good place. Fishing for catfish, caught a bass. Oh boy, that's a brim right there, boy. That's a nice one, ain't it? They in here.